Hey, what's happening, everybody? Mac the Duelist coming at you again from the TCG Enterprise, where we talk about all your favorite card games. You guys, as you could tell, there is another version of Uria that I wanted to go ahead and show off to you guys today. This is the second version that I have for you. There's many more to come, of course, as well as other deck profiles. Don't forget, you guys, also, if you guys are just tuning in right now on this video, don't forget to hit your supporting for liking and subscribing, and also hit the post notification bell so you don't miss a beat, and also follow the social media as well. So, under the deck profile, you guys, we are going to be going with 3 Uria, Lord of the Searing Flames. It's the main guy of the deck. It is the deck. This guy can get a pump up of boost based off how many continuous traps that you have into the graveyard. You can pitch out for 1 to destroy 1 card of the field. You have to send 3 continuous traps that you control in order to special summon it out, but that's okay. We have a lot of this trap heavy for continuous traps into this deck anyways, so it makes it all the more ideal to go ahead and have it in there. Next, we're going to be going with a nice package that I honestly think is really good, and that is Pharaonic Advent. This one can gain up for a boost, which is awesome. It'll gain 300 attack for each continuous trap on the field and into the graveyards, which is really good. Make it big and fat, just like Uria. And then you contribute a fairy or fiend or reptile monster and add a continuous trap from your deck to your hand, which is really good. You only use the effects of it once per turn. So, but that's okay. And you contribute 1 monster to special summon this card, which is really good too. Then we're going to be going with 3 Godarin, the clear-sighted. When this card is normal summon, it can set a continuous trap from your hand or graveyard, and it can be activated the same turn that it was in there, that was brought to the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard, it can be destroyed by monsters you control, or sorry, traps you control can be destroyed by your opponent's card effects until the end of this turn, which is good. In case if we wanted to use them, we wanted to keep them, some of them out onto the field, so we can go ahead and bring out Uria, because of course we have to have 3 traps continuous to go ahead and bring out Uria. So this will protect it for the 1 turn to go ahead and get out for your Uria and go ahead and start pumping it up a little big. Then we're going to be going with 3 Dark Summoning Beast. Best way to get for your Uria as well. It allows you to go ahead and tribute summon this card to get it out for your Uria. It's always good to have these kind of cards to utilize for Uria. Speaking of which, we're going to be going with Lord of the Heavenly Prison. We have 2 of those. You could utilize this towards a lot of disruption plays. You pretty much during the main phase of the activate this effect, if this card is in your hand, it gets revealed on the end of your opponent's turn. Then if it is revealed by this effect, the set cards under the field cannot be destroyed by card effects, which is actually good. It helps out for our traps. Not only that, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do the activated effect while this card was revealed, you can reveal and set 1 spell or trap directly from the deck, which is also just as good. Next, we're going to be going with an Ishizu package. I honestly think this is actually pretty ideal. Some of them work, some of them don't. I mean, it'll kind of get chunked down a little bit more. But I feel like this is the best way to run it out, especially since we are running Kadar and Advent in there. We're running a lot of fairies. These are all fairies. They utilize each other to go ahead and start self-milling or mill out for your opponent. We want to go ahead and get our continuous traps into there, into the graveyard as best as we can possible. That way we can go ahead and get out Uria even much faster and pump it up even more faster. I have a Gravekeeper deck as well that's going to be more or less likely running these cards as well. So stay tuned in for that in the future. It's under construction at the moment currently. Now let's go ahead and go on with the spells. And with the spells, I am running 2 Magic Planner. It's good. It's a great card. It lets you to go ahead and send 1 face-up continuous trap you control to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. It gets you to draw power for the deck, because why not? And then we're going to be going with 1 Monster Gate. Monster Gate is awesome. It activates when you tribute out 1 monster from the top of the deck. And you excavate into a monster that can be normal summon or set, and special summon it, and then send all the other excavated cards into the graveyard. Like I said, you want to go ahead and fill up the graveyard as much as you can possible, drop a Uria, and then hit for game. Then we're going 1 Foolish Burial and 1 card Destruction. As I said, you want to go ahead and send as much stuff into the graveyard as much as you can possible to go ahead and get Uria out as quickly as you can possible and swing for OTK. As far as our traps go, we are going to be going with 2 Booby Trap E. It's a good card. It helps with continuous traps. Discard 1 card, set 1 continuous trap from the hand or the graveyard to the field, and it can be activated during this turn, which is really, really good. 3 might be a little bit too cloggy, but 2 is just as suffice. Then we're going to be going with 3 Solemn Judgment, which, mind you, because Edison format is starting to boost itself up, especially with the Maze of Memories and all other sets that are in there. With Solemn Judgment reprint, it actually is going to get an increase in price, so just stay tuned in for that, you guys. Get your extra copies. A little wink wink. But anyways, yeah, Solemn Judgment is always good to have in the deck. It's one of the best counter traps in the game. And then we're going to be going with 2 Gravedigger's Trap Hole. This is great against hand traps, so you don't get hand trapped. You could go ahead and burn your opponent for 2,000. It's a little extra damage on the side, so why not? Just go ahead and hit them hard. As far as our continuous traps goes, we're going to be going with 3 Angel Statue as Rune. It's just awesome. It just allows you to go ahead and set it out as a fairy type. If they get the setup stats of 16 by 18, 18 by 18. And then you could send to the graveyard 1 continuous trap in the monster zone that was special summoned from the spell trap zone. Negate the summon. If you do, destroy the monsters. And then when this is in the monster zone, it is destroyed by battle. You can destroy the monster to destroy this card. So it's still a good card to save for the very least. Then we're going to be going with 2 Statue of the Anguish Pattern. It's a good card. It is a good card. I try to run 3. It's a little bit too clunky, so I don't want to run that too much into the ground. But it is still a good card nonetheless. If it's special summoned this, this is summoned this way as an effect monster, cannot be targeted by the opponent's card effects while you control another trap and a monster that is a monster. So you have to have trap monsters out, but that's okay. This deck utilizes it a lot, so might as well. If the card is special summoned from your spell or trap zone into the monster zone, you can target one of the card on the field and destroy it, which is really, really, really good. Then we're going to be running 3 Tiki Curse. I'm going with Tiki Curse, not Tiki Soul. Tiki Soul is okay, but Tiki Curse is just a little bit better. While this card is treated as an effect monster, if you can have another trap that's treated as a monster as well, destroy the opponent's monster after damage calculation. Tiki Soul almost does the same thing, allows you to go ahead and pump it up into the spell and trap zone. But I mean, you know, we'll go ahead and tweak these around. But honestly, I'd have to say that Tiki Curse is actually a lot better than Tiki Soul, say for the very least. Then we're going to be running one of the newest cards. This is really awesome. I like this card. This is Apophis, a Swamp Deity. During the main phase, you special summon this card as a normal monster. Reptile Earth, level 6, 2000 by 22. This card is also still a trap. You can negate the effects of face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of other continuous traps you control until the end of this turn, which is really, really good. If you have 5, you can make 5 negates, including itself. But, I mean, actually, it's actually other traps you control. So you basically get 4 negates in this sense. Unless you're pushing stuff that's trap monsters into the spell, from the spell and trap to the monster zones, it still counts. Then we're going to be going with 2 Metal Reflex Slime. I might put in a 3rd in case if I end up getting Egyptian God Slime, but oh my god, the thing is expensive. So we might maybe see that in the future. But hopefully not too much into the near future because that thing is still 50 bucks. But anyways, Metal Reflex Slime, can't go wrong there. Great stats, and it's hard to get around this. Finally, we're going to be going with 3 Hyper Blaze. Hyper Blaze is amazing. Need I say more? It allows you to go ahead and get your Uria without the special conditions to go ahead and getting it out. But it is so long as you actually summoned Uria correctly the first time, then you can go ahead and do it. There's a little static effect on that, little special effects, quote unquote, that you still have to get into regulations with getting out Uria in order to get it out with a Hyper Blaze. This is just how that special rolling goes, for those who didn't know. No extra deck this time. Can't really think on too much around it, but I might end up pushing it back in the near future. But that's pretty much it for the deck, you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Feel free to go ahead and comment down below what you guys think about it, or any other decks that you guys got. Show me your guys' Uria deck profiles and deck list, however you'd like to go ahead and collab with me on that. That'd be really, really fun. Stay tuned for other deck profiles, you guys. I got 2 Digimon decks as well that are going to be coming in the near future. As well, I have more Magic decks, and I also will be going in for some Way Schwartz in the near future, and also some tutorials and live streams. So stay tuned in for all of that, and I'll see y'all in the next time. Happy gaming.